There's only one live and local morning show in Savannah. AM Savannah with Bill Edwards. News Radio 1290 WTKS and 97.7 FM.
News Radio 1290.
WTKS.
I'm Alex Gold, filling in for Bill Edwards while he's on vacation in Myrtle Beach. And
Tony said, "That's all." Hey,
well,
you can have a good time there.
I hope it's not raining up there for him. But
yeah.
Anyway, Laura, we got some really interesting guest hosts coming up the rest of the week. You want to tell us about them?
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to you, Alex, for getting up early this morning and coming in and filling in for Bill.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It's been great hearing your young conservative opinion and viewpoint. Retired Lieutenant Colonel Michael Silverman will be in tomorrow morning. We've had him on before. Wednesday, the Big Red Digital 11 WTOC's Sonny Dixon. I can't say it the way Bill says it, but anyway, Sonny's coming in. I always love working with him. He's so much fun. Thursday, guy. Malik Watkins, another great guy. And Friday, one of our military experts, Dexter Brewer. So nice variety for you this week. And as the young conservative, you wanted to provide an opinion on what parents should be teaching their children?
Well, I think it's important. And obviously, I'm not going to sit here and tell parents exactly what to say, but I will say that if you are a conservative and you want your kid to align with conservative ideology over the much more accessible, at least it seems that way in the media, the liberal ideology, you got to start talking to him early. There's things that when I was young that I wish that it had been stressed to me. One of the biggest things I think that we need to talk with kids about is explaining the difference between debt and deficit. If you watch the any 24-hour news cycle or the news, you're constantly talking about the debt and the deficit, and there's a difference between the two. But more importantly than that, it's difficult for kids to really appreciate the dangers of giving in to short-term relief for things that really do require long-term thought and action and gradual action about which one of those things is the economy. I wish that when I was younger I hadn't gotten so caught up in Hollywood's glitz and glam about just about being supportive of every single cause and every single, meaningful thing in the world, but really not being able to take into account the fact that there isn't unlimited resources. This government, I didn't know when I was younger that the government works, it really does work for us. They don't make any money. They take money from us. They tax it from us. And I think that that's something that you need to tell your kids early on, like, hey, when you turn 18 or when you become an independent, you're going to be paying the government. As a kid, we have the luxury of not having to worry about taxes and the IRS and a lot of these not fun things. But I think the second that money starts being taken out of a paycheck or when we start having to give money back to the government, that's when it really starts to click. But until that time, I just think that parents need to be more active in telling their kids, hey, there's going to be a lot of temptation as you grow up where you're going to see a quick fix. You could get on unemployment. You could go get food stamps. You could get a free phone from Obama these days. I've never heard of anything like that before.
I know. But free phone that we're paying for.
Yeah. Just have them keep in mind that, these things eventually do cost money and it's going to come back. So I'll leave you with that. I hope that more kids take up the conservative ideas and, God help this country as we move forward, because unless we have some real constructive change, then I really don't see anything good happening from this. The economy is really on the brink. Kids need to understand what it actually means and be able to appreciate it. And I think that's where parents can step in and really help their kids to understand why being a conservative is a much better idea than being a liberal.
And Alex, you are a young conservative who might help us, so thank you for being on today.
News Radio 1290 WTKS with local news first.
Good morning. More than $51,000 was raised by radio stations Newsradio, WTKS, and 98.7 The River to benefit the Children's Hospital at Memorial. Donations are still being accepted online at newsradiosavannah.com. Jury selection begins today in that horrifying case from Brunswick where a teen is accused of shooting a baby in the face. The baby died during that attempted robbery in March. And it's the first day of school for students in Beaufort and Jasper counties. I'm Laura Anderson, News Radio, WTKS. Good morning. Mostly cloudy today. 40% chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms. Rain could be heavy at times. Highs in the 90s. Next tide low at 1:20 this afternoon. I'm Laura Anderson, News Radio, WTKS.
WTKS Savannah, an iHeart radio station. Now Fox News Radio covers the world on News Radio 97.7 FM. It's 9 o'clock. Where Savannah listens for breaking news, severe weather coverage, and traffic. News Radio 1290 WTKS.